quickly. This video is game changer for everyone. January 2026, your account shows zero, and most people see that number as failure. But zero is not failure. Zero is freedom. Quickly. When there is nothing to lose, fear loses its power. You are no longer protecting comfort, reputation, or old habits. You are standing at a starting line with a clear view ahead. Quickly, zero strips life down to truth. It forces you to face who you really are without money hiding your weaknesses or delaying your decisions. That moment, uncomfortable as it feels, quickly is actually the most honest position a person can be in. When you accept zero, something powerful happens in your mind. Complaining stops. Blaming stops. Waiting stops. Quickly, you realize that no one is coming to save you, and strangely, that realization is empowering. Because if no one is responsible for fixing your life quickly, then no one has the power to stop you either. Zero teaches self-reliance. It pushes you to depend on discipline instead of motivation and action instead of excuses. Quickly, this is where mental strength is born, not in comfort but in necessity. Zero also removes distraction. When money is gone, priorities become clear. Quickly, you stop chasing things that don't matter and start focusing on what actually moves the needle. You begin asking better questions. What skill can I learn? Quickly. What problem can I solve? How can I become useful? Clarity is rare when life is comfortable, but zero forces clarity instantly. Quickly, it turns survival into strategy and struggle into structure. Most people fear starting from nothing because they imagine shame, but zero is not shameful. Staying stuck is. Quickly, history is filled with people who started with nothing and used that emptiness as fuel. Zero sharpens hunger. It creates urgency. It builds resilience. Quickly. When progress finally starts, even small wins feel powerful because you remember where you began. Zero makes growth visible. Quickly, invisible growth builds confidence that no amount of comfort ever can. If January 2026 finds you at zero, don't see it as a dead end. See it as permission. Quickly. Permission to rebuild without limits, without expectations, without fear of falling, because you're already on the ground. The only direction left is up. Quickly. Decide that zero will be your foundation, not your excuse. Stand still long enough to learn the lesson, then move forward with intention. Zero is not the end of your story. Quickly. It's the moment your real story begins. When everything is stripped away and the balance reads zero, the only real asset left is the mind. That's why mindset always comes first. Quickly. Money does not create confidence. Confidence attracts money. If January 2026 begins with nothing in the account, the first battle is not financial, it's mental. Quickly. The way you think in that moment will decide whether zero becomes a prison or a launch pad. A weak mindset looks for excuses, but a strong mindset looks for responsibility. And responsibility is power. Quickly, the shift begins the moment you stop asking, "Why did this happen to me?" and start asking, "What can I do next?" That single question changes everything. Quickly. It moves you from victim mode into creator mode. A strong mindset accepts reality without drama and then immediately looks for action. There is no time wasted on regret. Quickly, because regret does not pay bills or build futures. Instead, there is focus, clarity, and direction. This is where inner discipline is born, not when life is easy. Quickly. But when there is no safety net. Mindset also means controlling what goes into your head daily. When you have nothing, negativity becomes louder. Doubt, fear, quickly, and comparison try to take over. A strong mindset fights back by being intentional. You choose what you listen to, what you watch, and who you take advice from. Quickly. You replace empty entertainment with learning. You replace complaining conversations with constructive ones. Over time, these small mental choices reshape how you see problems. Quickly. Obstacles stop looking like walls and start looking like lessons. Another key part of mindset is patience. When starting from zero, impatience is dangerous. Quickly. You want results fast because pressure is real. But a strong mindset understands that rushing leads to mistakes, and mistakes cost more time. Instead of chasing quick wins quickly, you commit to daily progress. You measure success by effort and consistency, not immediate rewards. This kind of thinking protects you from quitting too early, quickly, which is where most people fail. A powerful mindset also believes in growth, even when evidence is missing. Before results appear on the outside, belief must exist on the inside. Quickly, you act like the person you are becoming, not the person your bank balance suggests. You keep promises to yourself. You show up even when motivation is gone. Slowly, trust builds. Quickly, not from luck, but from self-respect. And once you trust yourself, momentum becomes unstoppable. If January 2026 starts with zero, remember this: money will come and go quickly. But mindset decides everything. Skills, opportunities, and income all follow how you think, not the other way around. Build the mind first, and the rest will catch up. Protect it quickly. Train it, strengthen it daily. Because when the mindset's right, zero is temporary, but growth becomes permanent. Money has never been attracted by luck quickly. It has always followed value. When your account shows zero, it's not a sign to gamble or wait for a miracle. It's a signal to become useful. Quickly, skills are the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. In January 2026, with nothing but time and effort available, quickly, the smartest move is to invest both into learning a skill the market already pays for. Skills don't care about your background, your age, or your starting point. Quickly, they only respond to practice. The mistake most people make is trying to learn everything at once. That leads to confusion and no income. The real power is in focus. One skill, quickly. One direction, one commitment. Whether it's communication, sales, video editing, content creation, AI tools, freelancing, or problem solving, quickly, the choice matters less than the consistency. Mastery doesn't come from talent, it comes from repetition. Every hour spent improving a skill increases your value quickly. Even if no one sees it yet, skills turn effort into leverage. When you work without a skill, you trade time for small money. When you work with a skill, quickly, your time multiplies in value. This is how people break out of survival mode. A skill allows you to solve problems for others, and problems are where money lives. Quickly, the bigger the problem you can solve, the more opportunities open up. Even simple skills, when done well, can create income streams that grow faster than traditional jobs. Quickly, learning a skill also builds confidence that money alone cannot give. Each small improvement proves to you that progress is possible. Quickly, you stop seeing yourself as someone who is broke and start seeing yourself as someone who is building. That identity shift is powerful. When your self-image changes quickly, your actions change. You stop hesitating, you start pitching, you start offering value, and you start taking calculated risks because you know you have something to offer. Quickly, the beauty of skills is that they compound. Once learned, they don't disappear when money runs out. They travel with you. They grow stronger with use. Quickly, they open doors that were previously invisible. Starting from zero in January 2026 doesn't mean starting from nothing. It means starting with the opportunity to build real, quickly, lasting value. If you want income to change, don't chase money, chase skill. Decide today to learn, practice, and apply one skill relentlessly. Give it weeks of effort, quickly, then months, then a year. Let the market reward your commitment, because in the end, money doesn't reward intention, it rewards ability. Quickly, time and the internet are the most powerful tools available when money is missing. In January 2026, starting from zero does not mean being powerless. Quickly, it means learning how to use leverage. Every successful person understands this truth. Effort multiplied by reach creates opportunity. The internet gives reach for free, quickly, and time gives you the chance to improve daily. When these two are combined with consistency, progress becomes inevitable. Most people waste time online consuming, scrolling, quickly, and comparing. But when money is gone, entertainment must turn into education. The same phone that drains hours can also build income, skills, and visibility quickly. The difference is intention. Instead of watching others win, you begin documenting your own journey, sharing what you learn, and providing value in small, simple ways. Quickly, you don't need perfection, equipment, or confidence. You only need the courage to start. Consistency is the real advantage. One post, one message, quickly. One improvement a day may feel insignificant, but over time it creates momentum. Algorithms don't reward talent, they reward persistence. Quickly. Opportunities don't come to the loudest voices, they come to the most present ones. By showing up daily, you train discipline, sharpen your thinking quickly, and slowly build trust with an audience you haven't even met yet. The internet also removes permission. You don't need approval from a boss, a company, or a system to begin. Quickly, you can learn for free, publish for free, and connect globally from anywhere. This access has never existed before, and ignoring it is the real risk. Every piece of content, quickly, every interaction, every lesson learned online becomes a digital asset that works for you long after the effort is spent. Using time wisely means respecting it quickly. When you have nothing financially, time is the currency you cannot afford to waste. Structured days, clear goals, and focused hours separate progress from stagnation. Quickly, you stop waiting for motivation and start moving with purpose. Time used intentionally compounds just like money. If January 2026 begins with zero, remember this quickly. You are not behind if you use your time correctly. The internet levels the playing field for those willing to stay consistent. Start small, stay visible, learn publicly, quickly. Use every day as an investment, because when time and the internet work together, zero doesn't last long, but the results do. Everything meaningful is built in time, quickly, not in moments. When starting from zero in January 2026, the greatest advantage is not speed, but commitment to the long game. Most people fail not because they lack ability, quickly, but because they quit too early. They expect results before roots are formed. Real progress happens quietly, slowly, and often without recognition, quickly. Understanding this protects you from frustration and keeps you moving forward when nothing seems to be working. The long game requires patience with purpose. Quickly. It means showing up on days when motivation is gone and results are invisible. It means trusting the process even when the numbers don't reflect your effort yet. Quickly. When you play the long game, you stop chasing shortcuts and start building systems. Systems create stability, and stability creates growth. Quickly. You focus on daily actions instead of emotional reactions, knowing that consistency will eventually outweigh intensity. Quickly. Playing the long game also means managing your resources wisely. Every dollar earned, every skill learned, and every connection made is treated as an investment. Quickly, you don't spend to impress, you reinvest to progress. Small, disciplined decisions, repeated daily compound into massive change. This mindset separates builders from dreamers. Quickly, builders think in years, not days. They understand that momentum is fragile at the beginning and must be protected. Comparison is the enemy of the long game. Quickly. When you compare your early stage to someone else's highlight reel, impatience grows, but the long game demands focus on your own lane. Growth is personal. Timing is individual. Quickly. When you commit to your journey, distractions lose their power. You measure progress by how much stronger, smarter, and more disciplined you become. Quickly, not by how fast someone else is moving. If January 2026 starts with zero, remember that zero is temporary, but quitting makes it permanent. Quickly, decide now that you will outlast doubt, delay, and discomfort. Promise yourself that no matter how slow it feels, you will keep going. Quickly. The long game always rewards those who stay consistent longer than others stay interested. Stay disciplined. Stay patient. Stay committed. Because when you play the long game, quickly, time becomes your ally and success becomes inevitable.